Hello my friends, Wayne here once again for ZombieKitty, welcoming you to a new series of 7 Days to Die on the channel. Now this is the first series I am going to do since completing my First Look series. Now the reason my First Look series was called the First Look series is because I was still getting used to the game and learning the game mechanics and how to survive and generally everything to do with this game. There's a hell of a lot to learn. Now another reason why I'm starting a new series is because when I get addicted to a game, I like to scour the internet and more importantly scour YouTube and Twitch to see other people playing this game. Any game that I get addicted to. I did the same with State of Decay and I've done the same now with 7 Days to Die. Now my series, the First Look series, there was nothing unique or special about it. It was just my voice playing the same game that everyone else was doing too. So I took a little break from it and I've been planning a new structure to play through this game with. Now, I know I told you guys that my original structure plan for Series 2, I suppose, was going to be a multiplayer game. I desperately want to play a multiplayer playthrough of 7 Days to Die, but unfortunately I just don't get the time, the internet time, to sit around and plan and liaise with people who I want to play the game with. So I'm just going back to another single player game for the time being until I do get more time off work, more time away from my general adulting, to plan a proper multiplayer game. However, the formula for this single player game is, and I'm shitting myself even thinking about it, is a permanent death run. So this is going to be a permadeath system for this series. Basically, I need to strategize and properly plan every detail of this run if I am going to survive, because if I die once, that is it for that playthrough. Now, I've done a similar thing with State of Decay in the past, and it's been very successful with you guys. And in my opinion, with a game like 7 Days to Die that gives you so much customization in regards to your play style and generally how you survive in the world, I think a permanent death run is going to be very, very interesting for me and for you guys to watch back. So that is the plan for this playthrough, guys. We are doing a one life permadeath rogue-like system in the default game world of Nava's Gain. So I'm going to hit start game right now, and we are going to quite simply label this playthrough as one life. Now, I've been doing a lot of practice. I've been away from YouTube for a couple of weeks, guys, because I've been really busy. I've been busy with work, I've been busy with adulting, as I keep saying, and I've been busy with just generally everything. I've passed my driving test, I've downloaded Pokemon Go, so basically I've been driving around, getting used to my car, and catching Pokemon Dems at the same time. Yo! And I'm cleaning house on Pokemon Go. So basically when I haven't been adulting, I've been driving around and getting used to my car in preparation for going camping and going on holidays and stuff. It gives me that element of freedom that I've always longed for, and yep, Wayne shit driving is now IRL. State of Decay vibes, yo. So, let me just get on to another subject on the quick while we are 3 minutes into this video while the game loads us into the game world. State of Decay 2 is a thing. That is coming out next year. Can't wait to get that on the channel. I also found out, thanks to some good friends yesterday, there's another game coming out, another zombie apocalypse survival game called Days Gone. That is due to be released at the end of this year. So that is another game I'm very much looking forward to getting on the channel. But for now, guys, it's all about 7 Days to Die. So, as we've already seen this basic survival, go ahead and cancel this quest straight away. So, get into the menu and then simply press remove quest option here. So I seem to have spawned in a forested area. We've got a deer in the background. Now once again, this is a permadeath run. If I die once, I die forever, and we start a new series. So obviously my objective is to survive as long as possible. I've cancelled the first quest because every second is gonna count in this permadeath survival run. Plain and simple. So what I'm going to do is try my best to survive as long as possible. Now, I have played this game a hell of a lot, as I said to you guys, practicing for this permadeath run, and I've managed to survive quite a long time in my opinion. So I've survived way past the 7-day level where the feral horde attacks you for the first time. Now, that was an accomplishment for me because the first time I attempted that, I got absolutely raped and massacred and turned into a little bitch. So the fact that I've managed to get past that mode, that level, is pretty damn impressive for me. So it's going to be an interesting run, guys. I'm high on caffeine. We got everything going. I've got a day off work, and I'm going to be spending it the only way that I know how. That is gaming. So immediately I'm going to be stocking up on these fibres, these plant fibres right here, to get me a good stock of stone axes and stone shovels ready for the obvious implementation of a base building at some point, especially if I'm going to be surviving for further than 7 days and as long as possible. I do not want this series to end prematurely, so literally every second is going to count when it comes to surviving in the long term. So already I've got enough to make a stone axe, so I'm going to go for that straight away. Wait for that to spawn in 3, 2, 1, and we are good to go. I'm going to quit that sumbitch now. I'm going to drop the first aid bandages, can of chili and bottled water. Now, another thing with permanent death, guys, is scavenging for supplies is a bare essential. Whereas you saw in my first look series, I was kind of just taking advantage of the system. I was not going out to scavenge when I should have been going out to scavenge. I was just dying and then rebooting my food and water. So this is going to be a work in progress, guys. It probably won't be the only series that I do permadeath, because I'm expecting to die at some point when I'm getting used to a new permadeath situation. But we are going to give it our best shot. I'm just going to get as much stone as I possibly can from these. Plenty of wood straight away, because we need to hit the road and start finding a place that's going to be decent enough to survive from the get-go. So we've got a big ass tree here. If I knock this down, this will give me enough wood to keep me going for quite some time. We got the first shack right here that is not going to be a good place to survive, because quite frankly, if I choose to survive here for 7 days, when the feral horde hits at midnight on day number 7, heading into day number 8, I'm going to get massacred. I'm going to be dinnered to shit. So I've done everything that I possibly can to keep this difficulty going from start to finish. I have, yes, I'm implementing my own permadeath system without the option to do some in the game, so I'm just going to be doing it myself, implementing it as I go along. But I've also kept the spawns at maximum, so we're going to see as many zombies as humanly possible in this Xbox One version of the game. The more zombies, the better, in my opinion, for a permadeath, because it's going to force me to do whatever I can to survive. It's going to force me to seek shelter and refuge like ASAP. The sooner, the better. So I'm just going to craft 5 more axes, because these all come in handy. While I'm waiting for those, I'm going to read the leather boot schematic straight away. Or I'm going to put it back down. What the fuck? Oh, I'm on the crafting menu instead of the items menu, my bad. Right. So let's go into the items menu right here. Leather boot schematic is there. Y to inspect. And up on the D-pad to read that. That will teach me how to craft leather boots. Now, clothing is another bare essential to survival, because quite frankly, if I'm going to be surviving as long as possible, I'm going to need to move into different weather systems. I'm going to be needing to move into different areas, so clothing is going to play a vital role in said survival. There is the first tree felled. Now, straight away, I'm going to take that wooden chair, because why the fuck not? Let's move into this building right here for a candle that I'm going to take with me. Is there anything down here? There does not seem to be a backpack in there, but I can't really see through it. But don't really have time to mess about with that sort of thing. Not at this stage, guys. We just need to keep moving until we can find a decent place to survive. These empty water jars, these empty glass jars are going to come in very handy for our long-term survival, because we are going to need to replenish our food and water supplies on the regular, especially if we're going to keep moving. Right, so let me just hit this map and see if I'm going the right way. Now, I really don't know this map at all just yet, so I'm going to wing it and head this way. So we've got the Nova's Gain National Forest right there, the sign dictating that we are either leaving or exiting this forest. We will see which one it is. But long-term survival is my sole objective for this particular series. We are on day 1. I've survived well past day 7 without dying so far in my own single-player runs off camera. So I'm looking forward to implementing these strategies to see exactly how long I can survive on camera with you guys, your watchful eyes. Right, so we've just come from that way. This is taking me down a place called Lake Road. So I can see a building in the distance right there. So I'm going to head down here and we'll see what this particular building has to offer for us. Now we're at 9:20 in the morning, so we got, oh shit, Now, this does look like a half-decent building, but it's overrun. So, there is nothing I can do at this stage. I do not have a wooden club just yet. And even if I did, there's no way in a permanent death run I'm going to be fighting this many Z's. Even though that house is clearly crawling with an abundance of loot. So, there's just nothing I can do about it at this stage. There's zombies everywhere. As I said to you guys, I have got the maximum level of zombie spawns on. So, it's going to be even more difficult. I've also downloaded the first patch for the Xbox One, which I believe... Oh, fuck. Which I believe... like, aids the spawning as well. So, I'm going to get a lot more zombies spawning, a lot more enemies spawning thanks to this day one patch. I've got a fucking grizzly bear on my tail, so it's not looking very good for day one of 7 Days to Die, a permanent death run. So, I'm just bolting right now because I'm shitting myself. Not going to lie, guys. I am shitting bricks. So I got, what am I meant to do against a grizzly bear, really? Get in the door! Shut the door. The bear is outside. The bear is outside. I'm down to 85 health already, and now I need to plan how the hell I'm getting out of this building and avoiding the bear. I have found another candle, however, so that is something. Right, so I'm on the road again. Is this bear still on my tail? Nope, but I have got a zombie. There's the bear, there's the bear, there's the bear. Right, so, already guys, already, look at this, the spawns are so much better in the update patch. So if you guys were finding in your first game, your first run through on the release of 7 Days to Die on the console, that you were just not getting enough zombies spawning, turn your download patch 1 and update your spawning to very high, and you will get exactly what you want. If you want a long-term survival, then this is the way to do it. This is the way to challenge your senses, challenge your strategies, and just force you to do whatever you have to do to survive in the long term. Now, I can't emphasize enough, this is a permanent death run, and I've already encountered an angry grizzly bear that's took 15 hit points from my health. I've encountered a zombie horde at a potential base camp, and already just on the road I've encountered so many zombies. So you guys can see how much this is going to challenge me. I've still yet to find a decent base to lay my head for the first night while I prep for the inevitable long-term survival. Well, I hope to be inevitable. As you can see, I'm not wasting time just breaking down rocks and trees, but I am picking up these stray small stones as I go along. It's going to give me more stone shovels, more stone axes, more of these basic necessities that I'm going to need to survive in the long term if I'm going to be consistently building and scavenging and trying my best to survive. Now, I'm not a big fan of the snowy areas. Why I'm here, I believe this to be charcoal. Lump of coal, yes. So I'm going to need coal. I am going to need coal because I can build torches using this coal, which will give me the ability to... Fuck. It won't give me the ability to fuck. It will give me the ability to create light in my base camps. So, already not doing too well. I'm bleeding out in the beginning, the first 30 minutes. Luckily, I do have a first aid bandage that will prevent me from bleeding out any longer. So, already off to a rocky start. I did not expect a spawn like this, if I'm honest, guys. But I will take it, and I will try my best to get over it and prosper. Now, I'm at a stop sign here. I've got a crossroads. I've got a zombie in that direction with a lamppost there, so that's probably somewhat civilizationified. Yep, I made that word up, and nope, I don't give a fuck. Speed limit of 25 miles an hour. This is a camping and a rest area, and I'm not allowed to take a shit. So, let's progress. Let's progress. Got an abandoned shopping cart with cornmeal. Any additional food sources? There's a Doberman! There's an angry Doberman right there. So, there's a lot of zombies as well. I've consumed enough food to slowly heal, so I'm still healing as time progresses. I want to get out of this location. We've got dogs, we've got zombies, and we've got plenty of stuff to keep us occupied. These tree stumps are usually crawling with decent, useful items. So if you come across a tree stump on your travels, be sure to search them. So you can see we've got a flashlight and goggles straight away. From this particular tree stump, that building looks enticing. I would like to check it out. We've got a shotgun long barrel and a green skull cap. Additional clothing is going to come in essential now that I've found myself somehow, while evading hordes, in the snowy areas of Navasgain. So I'm still picking up these stones along my way, and that area, that big camping cabin over in the distance, looks enticing, but it's heavily guarded by both zombies and angry-ass Dobermans. Now, as a Doberman owner, I've always grown up to love Dobermans because it's the only dog I've ever known in my family. Many Dobermans have been had in my family. Many Dobermans has been loved. But the first day I encountered Dobermans in 7 Days to Die, I shit myself and I've not been able to look at my dog the same way since. So, RIP, love of Dobermans. Let's keep on the road. It is 11:25 crawling into in 7 Days to Die, day number 1 on our permanent death run. I'm still picking up all of these stones as I move on. And survival is already proving to be a trivial task, considering I've already been damaged by a grizzly bear. I got attacked by a zombie while investigating. There are hordes left, right, centre, sideways and up my arse. And there's very little I can do to defeat them at this stage. Right, so we are entering the radiation zone, which means I am at the corner of this map. So that gives me a quick chance to search the map down here. We are... What the fuck? I'm bleeding out again. Where the fuck did that brother even come from? I do not have a second bandage. That zombie just crept up and bit me in the arsehole. So we're in a radiation zone. We are bleeding out and I do not have a second bandage. This might be the shortest permanent death run ever, guys. Ever. Right. Medication, bandage, what do I need? I need cloth fragments. I do not have any cloth fragments at this stage. Right, I need to make cloth. Need to make cloth on the quick smart. I refuse to die in episode 1. This is atrocious. Worst permanent death run ever. Right, cloth fragments. I have a beanie. So if I head into that, I can scrap it. That will give me cloth. I'm still bleeding out. I'm also infected. Son of a bitch tease. These zombies are just ruthless. There's so many of them. But I am bleeding out, so I need to quickly head into the crafting menu. I do not have enough for a bandage. I need 2 cloth fragments. Shit. Shit balls, cunt, weasel, badgers. Right, crafting once again. I do not have anything else to break down. I'm dead. I'm dead. Permanent death is over. Or is it? No, I've stopped bleeding out. Yes. Yes. Oh, guys. That time I was just lucky. Really lucky. I could have died, but I didn't. Right, so I need to quickly head into this menu and equip these vitamins. Now, this will not cure my infection, but it will do something. What the fuck do vitamins do again? I forgot. Now, I've got a zombie in the area as well, so I still need to be on my toesies, because I'm only 17 minutes into my permanent death run, and I'm down to 2 health. The fuck is that all about? Bruh. Right, am I sensed? I am undetected at this stage. Right, so I need to head into my items menu right now. Let's see what vitamins do. Vitamins improve your wellness and can cure early stages of dysentery. Right, I panicked. I didn't need those. What I do need is antibiotics for my infection. Right, goldenrod can be used to make goldenrod tea at camp. A low cream, first aid bandage. Bolt! Bolt! Operation Bolt. Right, I've got 2.5 hours to cure this infection. Otherwise, we are going to die in 2.5 hours. I've got 2.5 hours to make camp and cure my infection and heal my health at the same time. This is already terrifying, guys. This is already terrifying. I can't believe I'm doing so shit in episode freaking 1. We are still at the radiation zone and there's another grizzly bear. This update has completely raped my arsehole. Patch number 1, my arse. Whose idea was it to do a permanent death run, guys? Son of a bitch. I'm always screwing myself over. Always screwing myself over, but I'm still confident I can bring it back. Just because I need to bring it back. I'm going to be searching this rubbish because I need antibiotics. Right, duct tape, that'll do for now. It's not antibiotics, but it's something. We've got a backpack here. Give me some antibiotics, bruh. A red t-shirt, iron reinforced club, lamb rations and pistol parts. Now, that ain't a bad haul. That is not a bad haul, but I still need antibiotics. Right, that's it. My inventory is full. Therefore, my objective is to find somewhere to make base camp. I've got plenty of coal, so I can start making my own torches. My health is healing very, very slowly, but I need somewhere to call a home for the first night in this permanent death run. Random yellow grass there, don't mind if I do. The infection is setting in, but a grizzly bear and a zombie, really? The grizzly bear is scrapping with the zombie. I'm remaining undetected. I will take that as another win. Jesus, this game is out to fuck me over today. This is going to end up like my State of Decay series. The Damned. Oh God, I tripped over a brick and died. Permanent death is over. This is the fail. This is a fail. Fuck. Right. Series 1. I'll put it up. I'll put this video up. Just so you guys can get a premise of what the fuck is going on. So I will go with that. Guys, thank you for watching. This has been Permanent Death. I'm going to build this as a practice mode, guys. This has been practice mode. Because I died already. Thank you for watching my fucking God. Oh God. Oh man. I got ravaged. Everything in that first episode was out to kill me. Within the first 5 minutes, I got raped by a grizzly bear. Then I encountered a horde. Then I encountered more hordes. Then I got infected. And then I tripped over a brick and died. Permanent death didn't even last part ways into day 1. We didn't even go 24 hours. We didn't even go 5 hours. We tripped over boulder and died. So that's the way this series is going to go, my friends. So yeah, that is the way this series is going to go. It's going to be a clusterfuck of pain, agony, heartache, and me making a complete tit of myself. So that is what you guys have got to look forward to. That is what you guys have got to look forward to. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this teaser episode of Permadeath, because it's heartbreaking. Because I've got a good supply of shit in my inventory right there that would have helped me prosper and live for the long term. And then I tripped over a brick, broke my leg, my dick came out my own arsehole, and I died. So that is the way things are going to go in this series, my friends. It's going to be a clusterfuck of pain and heartbreak, and hopefully a few giggles for you guys along the way, watching me suffer over and over and over as I attempt to survive more than 5 hours. That is my current record. The current record is about 5 hours. Can I beat that? Well, I fucking hope so. Thanks for watching, my friends. All the best, and goodbye.